Could barely get around.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first Supervisors reorg meeting for Monday, January 6th. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a prayer.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for all that are gathered here. We thank you for a new year. Grant this township and our community and all of our families and neighbors favor in this new year. Let us be prosperous, healthy, and become stronger as always. In your heavenly name we pray.
Amen. This meeting is being recorded for rebroadcast purposes. There was no executive sessions held. 5-minute per person limit on agenda items. Please come forward, state your name, if there is any. Union.
Ken Craig. I have a question about one of the items in Resolution 2025-03, the disposal of records. Item AL24, recordings of public meetings 2023 and prior. Now, is that to dispose of the copies of those that you have here? Or are you planning on deleting them off of YouTube so they're no longer accessible to the public?
Tommy, do you know?
Deleting all the meeting videos prior to 2023. The state law allows municipalities to retain those only so long as they have any administrative value with regards to the preparation of minutes. Keeping meeting minute videos for a year or so is protocol, and that's what we're doing.
So we're just getting rid of the 22s and later, right?
And is that what you have here, or are you going to delete them off of YouTube also?
YouTube as well.
Okay.
If anybody would like copies of them, you give me an unopened thumb drive, you can have to put them on the thumb drive for you, part of the process.
Okay. Seems like an odd thing to do. The storage is free. There's unlimited space. It's not costing them anything to keep them there. It's a benefit for the public. If they have questions about something that happened in the past, they can go look at them. And I can't see any rational reason why you would go ahead and delete them.
The official
records say you may.
The official record of the meeting are the meeting minutes.
Yes, but
And the older meetings are not getting any views.
several years ago, when the written minutes that you were keeping went from having enough detail that you could have some idea of what actually took place in the meeting from looking at the minutes, the minutes were revised to the point where they're basically someone spoke about something. You never say what they had to say. There's no information on that. And once you take those records, the recordings down, that information's gone. Your minutes no longer reflect what's going on. They may just barely meet the letter of the law as to what you're supposed to have in terms of minutes, but they do a very poor job of explaining what happened, what was said, and the significance of that. And I think it's a major mistake to do that. I would really like to see you leave them online, since it doesn't cost anything. You have a legal right to delete them, but you have no obligation to delete them. And it seems doing so could only serve the purposes of reduced transparency and making it harder for the public to get an idea of what's happening now, or if there's something that happened years ago that you want to go back to, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Thank you. Anyone else? No? All right. Temporary board of chair. I'll make a motion to to appoint Jeffrey Mitchell to the position of temporary chair of the Board of Supervisors.
Thank you, sir.
I got a second?
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, that job now becomes appointing a permanent chair to the Board of Supervisors. I would like to proudly nominate Lorenzo Benora for that.
Second.
He has served honorably in that position, and I'd like to say he's done a fantastic job in my time. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So moved. Back in your lap, sir.
Thank you, gentlemen. Board of Supervisors Vice Chair. I'll make a motion to appoint Jeffrey Mitchell for Vice Chair.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Treasurer. I'll make a motion to appoint Jeffrey Mitchell to the position of treasurer for 2025.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Assistant treasurer.
I'll make a motion to appoint Lorenzo Benora, assistant treasurer.
And Dan Burton, I'll add that, so that way we can both continue to sign checks as we have this year. That was very convenient.
It worked out well when somebody's on vacation. The other person is there to fill in.
Yep, that worked out very well, all three of us.
I appreciate your help on that, gentlemen.
So the motion is to make Lorenzo and I both assistant treasurers, correct? Just to clarify. I'll second that.
Motion is second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Township Secretary, I'll make a motion to appoint Dan Burton to the position of Secretary for 2025.
I'll second that.
Motion is second, all in favor? Aye.
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 Motion carries. Official and volunteer appointments. You guys got any questions there or anything? They're good for me as presented.
We had one opening for the record board with nobody to put on there.
Yes.
So we'll get the record out for anybody that's interested. Please contact the board. Because there is an open spot.
All right.
I'll make a motion to approve the official and volunteer appointments as enumerated in Township Manager January 3rd, 2025 memo, which will become part of the minutes.
I'll second that. Motion is second. All in favor? Aye.
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 Motion carries. Holiday meeting schedules. I'm good with that. You guys good?
Sir.
Well, does the meeting schedule not include any trips to the volunteer fire companies this year?
They do not.
Did I read that correct?
Yep, they don't.
How do you gentlemen feel about that? Normally in the past, they like to be out in the community, appreciated us coming in. Interested in doing that again or not?
I personally feel like it's more of a hassle than anything. We're not getting 100 people at a meeting. If we have a meeting like talk about a roundabout or something big, then
That option's there.
that option's always there. But I don't
Which I
know.
hope we don't have that conversation this year.
What's that?
Around.
Well, I'm just saying, if a big meeting room is needed, that option's always there.
It's probably better, sir, than a rec trail.
Yeah, yeah, that's true too. Yeah, I don't agree with Lorenzo on that. I don't know if we necessarily need to go out there. It was just created more work for our folks here, staff here, and it became confusing for
the community sometimes if it wasn't here, and show up here, and then we get calls to figure out where it is.
We had one board member 2 years ago not know it was there. He didn't show up till late, so. That way this is me. I'll make a motion to approve the holiday meeting schedules as enumerated in the township manager report, January 3rd, 2025 memo.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Other establishments, any changes there for you guys? Pretty straightforward. I'll make a motion to establish township depositories, vehicle reimbursement rate, newspaper of record, and toll road approval requirements as enumerated in the township manager January 3rd, 2025 memo.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. And at this time, we will do the meeting minutes for December 19th. I didn't see any changes that needed to happen. You guys?
I'm good.
I'll make a motion to approve the December 19th, 2024 meeting minutes as presented.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Resolution 2025-01, it's the 2025 appointed auditor. Guess the rates there stayed the same, Tommy, from last year?
The rate is 9,500. So it's a little more.
A little more than last year. Any questions there, gentlemen?
No.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-01 to appoint Zelen Zelenoski Selvarad LLC as the appointed auditor for the township accounts for fiscal year 2024.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolution 2025-02, the fee schedule for 2025. Any questions there? I saw we adjusted some of those as to salaries and things changed, so
We do.
before that wasn't happening.
Every year we do.
Yep, so.
We also want to be on the right side 100% because municipalities that charge too much
So,
can find themselves in hot water.
What's our 95%? Is that
Approximately 95% recovery.
we used to be upside down in certain.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2025-02 to adopt the 2025 fee schedule.
I'll second that.
Motion is second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolution 2025-03, records retention. Gentlemen, anything there?
Well, I agree with the resident, actually. If we've got recordings there, they're not costing us anything, they're just up there in the cloud. That would be, there's times I wanted to go back and look at something for clarification purposes. You know, it came in handy for that. So it'd be my thought to leave them alone. But that's just one part of the whole resolution.
Right. And I certainly see what Mr. McRae was speaking of too, and I appreciate the opportunity to go back and look at stuff as well, but I also appreciate what our township manager is trying to do, and just keep everything from being cluttered and disorganized. And you know, even just trying to find last month's meeting on YouTube is difficult, but I don't know, I don't want to change the entire resolution just for that, so I don't know if we can have further discussion on that. Is there anything other than just clutter and just trying to clean it up that we were looking at doing that? No, just trying to, okay.
Standard.
Yeah, standard record retention, and I understand that too.
By motion, you wanted to change the dates or eliminate it entirely, you can do that. But there are some of these documents that we want to get started on as soon as possible.
Okay. Give me 1 second. would we be able to just, I mean, all of these other things obviously need to go. Would we be able to just pair off the YouTube as it doesn't, I mean, my concern is we don't make a resolution to get rid of the YouTube stuff, but YouTube decides that it's old and gets rid of it for us. Does that make sense? And that quite honestly will happen if you don't get any views, if you don't have anything, YouTube will get rid of it on its own. So would that become a problem if in the future YouTube just decides to get rid of it and we did not?
No, it's not a public record.
Right, so, yeah, okay, so we're just not gonna go in and delete them. So if we could just pair that section off and just keep the YouTube videos out there and just, that's fine.
It is a public record.
Right.
Public record until we authorize its destruction.
That's my question. It's a public record until we authorize its destruction, but YouTube decides to destroy it for us.
That's why I think Tommy's saying, if we get rid of it, right? If YouTube decides to get up and just get rid of this, they got rid of it without us knowing,
Right.
then what?
So Tommy said something earlier that I wanted to emphasize. According to the law, an audio or a video recording of a public meeting is intended to be an aid in preparing the official record of that meeting, which is the minutes. And once the minutes are approved, that recording no longer becomes something that is required to be kept, unless there is a right to know request for a particular meeting. If we have it, then we have to keep it because of the right to know request. If we don't have it, there's no penalty for having deleted it according to a resolution on document retention.
If it's on YouTube, it's available to the public at any point.
And then we can always respond to the right to know request that it is available online.
And
But-
it's able to be downloaded online too.
Correct.
Someone's
But
able to download it.
the problem arises when we have official minutes that say one thing and a recorded meeting might say another. The minutes may be inaccurate, but they're the official record of what occurred. It's like zoning hearing boards who keep minutes and issue written decisions. They're not required to keep written minutes. The written decision is the record of that meeting. And sometimes I have to deal with minutes that conflict with the written decision. And then have a recording. So I'm just putting it out there that the reason for deleting these things is to make
Avoid the headache.
certain what
I
is
see what you're saying.
the record.
Makes sense.
I've experienced the headache.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I wasn't even here multiple years ago, so this is, but
These are housekeeping items.
yeah, I don't see it.
Weren't happening
I
before.
certainly see the point that Mr. McCray was making, but I also see the point on the other side of it as well, so, yeah, okay. All right. Thank you, Tommy, thank you, Matt, thank you, sir.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-03 to authorize the destruction of certain records in accordance with Act 428 of 1968 as last revised.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolution 2025-04, elected tax collector compensation. Any questions there for you gentlemen?
It's like there's considerable changes with putting forth here.
Yep, that's for 2026, and that is, everything on there is pretty much what the county county would charge.
Plus a little.
What's that?
Plus a little?
Plus a little for the, home office, I think, right?
Yes.
Instead of an annual.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not impacting current term.
Not impacting current term, correct,
Not until 26.
correct.
The intention of a resolution like this is that anybody who were to run for the position in this fall's election would have knowledge of what the compensation rates are.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-04 to establish compensation for the position of elected tax collector for the term effective January 1, 2026.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Treasurer's report.
No, it's the interfund, the treasurer's report.
Oh, I'm sorry, interfund transfer, bill list, and payroll. Sorry.
You all right with that? Okay, general fund bank account, list of bills. Amount of $33,114.74 for the week of December 19th. We have $114,981.28 for the week of December 26th. And $15,727.47 for the week of December 30th. Is there any questions there? Seeing none, I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We have a capital reserve fund list of bills. Amount of $134,946 for the week of December 19th. And $7,658.65 for the week of December 26th. Any questions on that list of bills? Seeing none, I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Developers Fund list of bills in the amount of $3,451.50 for the week of December 26th. Any question there? Seeing none, I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We have electronic payment list of bills in the amount of $28,750.56 for a pay period on December 26th and $85,162.09 for the period of December 15th to December 28th. I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And we have a transfer, the amount of $1,458,541.13 to the capital reserve money market fund from the general fund money market fund, a budgeted transfer. I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
That's your report this evening.
Thanks. New business, you guys got anything? No? Dan?
No. No.
Old business?
I wanted to just follow up on the truck, the police unit that was out there, special unit. Is that now in the hands of the fire department and they're?
Still sitting out there. The chief just said it got emptied out, it's ready. Talking to Scott last week, or the week prior, he said something about they're waiting on some paperwork from the orphans court, I guess, to finalize the
Okay.
to finalize the
The title.
The new entity.
Yeah, so once they do that, then they can transfer it, or just so they wouldn't have to transfer it twice. I mean, I kinda told him too, I said, we spoke about it at a meeting, the thing goes to the new entity, so they can't say, oh, it went to Reamstown or Smokestone, and then it's gone to.
Gotcha.
So, just to keep it fair and everything's, like we said, once the new entity takes place, that's ready to go.
It wouldn't be on any schedule of property that is being reviewed by the court and the AG for transfer. It's just so much easier to do.
Okay. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
That's where we're at with that.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right. Anything else? Got anything old business?
No, not tonight.
Public comment, a 5-minute per person limit on non-agenda. Please come forward, state your name, if there's anything. No. All right. Board of Supervisors will next meet on Thursday, January 16th at 7 p.m. here at the Township Building. There is, like Mr. Mitchell said, there is one rec board vacancy open. If anybody's interested, send an email to Township Manager or Assistant Manager. And I'll make a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Have a good evening. Thank you.